Oh, hi there. Said we were doing a part two, and we're going to do part two. Welcome back, Scott from Adrenaline Fueled Firearms. If you didn't watch part one of this video, go back and watch part one of this video, because it's probably going to be a little disjointed if you don't. I mean, I tend to rattle and meander and throw out a lot of nonsense and BS in addition to the actual good data, but trust me, you're probably going to be out in the weeds. So what we talked about a little bit, just modern cartridges and some choices that may not be favorable, and my recommendation based on not just kind of the theories I have, but some of the research I did and looking at certain calibers that are used not only for hunting but in some competitions that are a good versatile cartridge. It boils down to kind of your 6.5 Creedmoor is, I wouldn't say the king of the hill, but there are a butt ton of them out there. I mean, go look at your NRL Hunter matches. The NRL Hunter is a new category of competition that I'm actually seriously considering playing with. But as it sounds, it's kind of set up to be a hunter deal. They literally have the thing set up so that chuckleheads who are running these super uber cartridges that are real tiny bullets that don't drift because they're going out there at 5,000 feet per second with 65,000.1 chamber pressure just so they don't blow up a rifle. Not really their thing. They literally designed the competition so that it would need to be a powerful enough round that it would theoretically knock down medium-sized North American game. Deer. Let's just say it. Theoretically take down a deer. I know people who've taken down deer with 6.5 Creed. I know people that use 6.5 on a lot of other things. It's a good mid to long range cartridge that still has good knockdown power. A lot of people favor it. I think part of the problem that was run into with the 6mm Creedmoor, I couldn't say for sure, but it may be a little iffy on the knockdown power according to some people. Some people like the friggin' thing. But let's just, on the popularity side, if you go into the mart with the big W on it and you go look at their ammo, and you're not looking for assault rifle ammo because they don't carry that because it's evil, and you look at their high-powered rifle ammunition, you're looking at like 30-30, which I got one. It's popular, it's common, it's great. You know what? I buy mine there, but it's a lever gun cartridge. But you're literally looking at their selection will be like, 30-30, 30-06, which is a dinosaur cartridge, 308. Yeah, there's a lot of 308 out there. I get it. 308 common. 22 long rifle. And then, let's see, 350 Legend. I've talked about 350 Legend, but I kind of prefer it for the AR. And I think they mainly carry 350 Legend, and they also have 450 Bushmaster. I think they tend to throw those out to all their stores because they're in every flipping state, as far as I know. And some states don't allow you to hunt with anything other than a straight wall cartridge, which, bam, 350 Legend, 450 Bushmaster. So I think those two cartridges are kind of generalized. And then you'll keep looking down their selection, and you're like, hey, you got any 6 Creedmoor? What? Yeah, okay, never mind. Give me a box of 6.5. I mean, there are just some things that even though those two cartridges, I think, came out like damn near the same time, they're not there. And they're just, 6 Creedmoor, whatever. I honestly occasionally wonder if the reason that Hornady decided they were going to go this 6 ARC for assault rifles was like they had some big board meeting, and there are a bunch of their execs in there, and they're like, man, this 6.5 Creedmoor is just going out the door, man. It's crazy. Everybody's making money off it. Everybody's making it. That was a really great decision. Hey, Bob, that 6mm Creedmoor, you said it'd be just as good? Q, you're fired. Get out. The rest of you, we need to come up with a way to burn through all these 6mm bullets. We got millions of these friggin' things sitting in the warehouse, and we can't do nothing with them. Sir? Yes, Ed. Why don't... Man, dude, ARs are popular. We need to get on that bus, like, with both feet, man. Let's do some kind of an AR cartridge with these. You got his job. Build it. I mean, it's... Definitely there's people who like it. No bad on you. If you like it, that's flipping great. like it, love it, use it. You know what? It's a free country for now. That's why we keep buying guns, to keep it that way. So yeah, buy your 6mm Creedmoor. Enjoy your 6mm Creedmoor. But it is not the commonest of cartridges by a stretch. If you look at anything else, like I said, on their wall, in their little case, in their whatever, when you're looking at their stuff, last time I was in there, there was no cartridge in there newer than the 6.5 Creedmoor that they had readily available, other than maybe the 350 Legend. And like I said, the 350 Legend and 450 Bushmaster fall into that straight wall only gap where people were looking for something and here's what it is. So I get why those are there, but your 6.5 Creedmoor is there because there are so many people shooting it. So like I recommended in my video with the 300 Black, common availability, 6.5 Creedmoor potentially may have the widest range of availability in a short action, bolt action application. That's if you don't count 22 long rifle, which is its own special thing, or 22 Winchester or 17 HMR. If you look at actual true high powered rifle, bolt action style firearms, the 308 is an older cartridge, so yeah, there are a ton of those out there. I own one too. But as far as a newer cartridge, your 6.5 Creedmoor is potentially the most common modern era, modern ballistic research cartridge that is out there. It flies straight and true for quite a while. There's quite a variety. If you get into loading them yourself, there's quite a variety of projectiles out there. I looked around at some stuff because I want to do this 6 the 6 arc. There aren't as many 6mm bullets out there. It's just a thing. Quite a few 6.5 bullets out there. I picked up a variety of them because I use PRC and Creedmoor. So you have a lot of options when it comes to bullets, their weights, their shapes, and their ballistic performance downrange. You have, between the different reloading manuals, you have a ton of reloading options when it comes to doing your 6.5 Creedmoor. Something you may look at if you're going that route is something I just did myself. I just bought a new set of dies. You have the Lees. I mentioned Hornady earlier. I might be kind of a Hornady hoe. I might just blindly buy Hornady crap first just because. Sue me. Whatever. But I bought this Lee set because it has a very specific die for working with your brass. I'm not even going to get too deep in the weeds on the terminology because I'm not experienced enough to use the right words. But the basic point is that when you fire the brass out of your bolt action rifle and then extract it, it has formed itself specifically to your chamber. That brass is now, Merry Christmas, broken into that. If you use a full length sizer die, it reforms it back to factory shape, you're done. However, if you use the Lee die that is set for doing the bolt action stuff that only comes in the Lee die set, it doesn't completely reform everything in the neck. So that neck and everything that's been reformed to fit your chamber, only the actual crimp neck where it sits around the bullet gets reformed and crimped back down so you can put another bullet in there. This is, to my understanding, is to help lengthen the potential life expectancy of your brass, because it's not resizing the neck every single time you shoot it and reload it. That die set was so friggin' cheap, it's not even funny. I mean, just even in today with post-COVID prices, super cheap. You have a lot of powder options. I mean, it's literally, I have 4, counting my lever gun powder, lever evolution, I have 5 types of powder. 3 CFEs, another pistol powder, and a couple other powders, but basically, long story short, I only own 4 or 5 powders. I can use 3 of those in 6.5 Creedmoor. CFE 223, Superformance, and Fudge It. I forget what the other one is. But literally, I was going through my stuff and I was like, man, I want to reload some stuff. Oh, I could use this powder. Oh, I could use this powder. Look, I can use that powder too. I can use almost any of my long rifle powders. You know, I'm sure if you were nuts enough to try it, I might be able to put CFE pistol in that son of a gun. I don't want to try it, but the point is, lots of bullets, lots of powders, lots of manufactured ammunition, a ton of design options in the rifle themselves. I've already kind of gone through my rifle that I purchased, and I'll feature it some more because I've got a lot of things. It's a new rifle. I'm loving it. I'm just absolutely adoring this effing thing because 6.5 Creedmoor recoil is... I love 308, don't get me wrong, and I've even got a muzzle brake on my 308. But it's not sit around and shoot 500 rounds through it in one day recoil. It's a bolt action, it kicks. Merry Christmas. But I've got an AR in 6.5 Creedmoor, and that was where I kind of fell in love with the cartridge because it was like, man, I can reach out and touch stuff with this, and it's like, you know, AR-15 recoil levels because there's no kick to the bitch at all. It's just glorious. So that's kind of my point. That's what I wanted to get across. That's what I wanted to discuss. I'm not going to say stop your research here and just run out and buy yourself a 6.5 Creedmoor, that you're going to love it, but 6.5 Creedmoor has a lot of things going for it, and it really deserves a lot of consideration. It's not just a hunting cartridge, it's not just a competition cartridge, it's not just a fancy unicorn cartridge, it's not just anything. It's kind of like just real close to being the Swiss Army knife of bolt action rifle calibers. It does a heck of a lot of stuff reasonably well and overlaps in a lot of different fields from competition to hunting. So look at it, consider it, do a bunch of research on it. Hopefully you'll select it, and hopefully you will love shooting it as much as I do. Thanks a lot. Appreciate you watching both parts of this long series on the 6.5 Creedmoor as a selection for a bolt action chamber cartridge, because it's just too much fun. And I hope you like and subscribe to my stuff and come back later and see me again. Take care.